Hey friends, welcome back to Guitars, Whiskey, and Golf. Appreciate you joining me today. So today we've got a battle of the barrel proofs. Both of these whiskeys are made by Heaven Hill. So we've got Larceny barrel proof, and then we've also got Elijah Craig barrel proof. So Heaven Hill, if you guys don't know, this is the thing that is fascinating about the bourbon industry, the whiskey industry. Not only the history, which is really fascinating, but you take a distillery like Heaven Hill and the products they make. And I'm going to read off this list if you'll forgive me, because these are all the whiskeys that Heaven Hill makes. So we've got Heaven Hill Bottled and Bond. We've got Henry McKenna 10-year, Bernheim Wheat Whiskey, Rittenhouse Rye, Bottled and Bond. We've got Larceny and Larceny Barrel Proof, Parker's Heritage, Mellow Corn, Old Fitzgerald. By the way, Old Fitzgerald, the 19-year Old Fitzgerald, has the same mash bill as the Larceny here. Pikesville Rye, Elijah Craig, both the standard 94 as well as the rye, both Elijah Craig and Elijah Craig rye, and then the barrel proof version, and Evan Williams. So you've got all these products being made by one distillery, and all of them have really very good reputations in general. If you don't know about Mellow Corn, um, it's funny. It's a corn whiskey. It's bottled in bond, so it is aged 4 years. It's 100 proof, and it's actually very delicious. It's got the hokiest, corniest marketing and logo. It's kind of got a really corny label, and you see something Mellow Corn, and you're not going to really think much of it, but it's actually really, really delicious, nice and sweet. So, the bottom line is Heaven Hill makes so many different whiskeys. A lot of them, I'm sure, are your favorites. So let's get into these. First of all, Larceny Barrel Proof. This is A122. So this is, as you know, both Elijah Craig and Larceny Barrel Proofs. You've got 3 releases per year. So this one was actually a 22 release, A122. So it's the first release of the year last year. It's 124.4 proof. The mash bill, this is a wheater. So this is a wheated bourbon. So instead of rye in the mash bill, we've got wheat. 68% corn, 20% wheat, and then 12% malted barley. Whereas Elijah Craig is not a wheated bourbon. As I said, this is the same mash bill as Old Fitz. So let's get into this. This is, 2 barrel-proof bourbons made by the same distillery. What's the deal with them? Are they any good? Let's get into it. So the Larceny Barrel Proof A122. The nose is very sweet. I get sort of like an underlying pancake and syrup kind of note going through it. It's a really inviting bourbon nose. Very sweet, very kind of mapley, brown sugary. Let's get into the flavor a little bit. Ooh. So, drinks the 124.4 proof. It's a bit hot, but I'm not saying I don't like it. I do actually like it. This is a sweet bourbon, which, some people say, well, wheaters are normally sweet. I'm going to do a video actually on wheaters because I've got several, and several of them are not sweet at all or soft. Some people say, the wheat component, once you remove the rye, which tends to add a lot of spice and etc., and you remove that and you replace it with wheat, that you get a softer, sweeter bourbon. And I found that to be sometimes true and sometimes totally not true. So, true to form with whiskey, there's no one formula. Just because something's a wheater does not mean it's going to be soft and sweet. This, however, is very sweet. I really like it. I watched a couple of reviews on the Larceny Barrel Proof, and both the Elijah Craig and the Larceny Barrel Proofs get mixed reviews. Some people love them, some people don't love them. Some people love certain batches, and others are, yeah. Um, this Larceny Barrel Proof, I love the nose. Like I said, pancake syrup, love it. Hmm. I really like it. I'm second sip. I'm getting a burst of cinnamon, but that underlying sweetness is remaining. I'm not getting a tremendous amount of oak. Definitely getting vanillas, pancake syrup, some spice, but not heavy on the spice. It drinks um, a little hotter than I would have expected, but I'm personally enjoying the A122 Larceny Barrel Proof quite a bit. I like it. Um, this is one that makes me want to pursue more versions of the Larceny Barrel Proof. You know, to me, it's a hit. I picked this up for $70. I was very happy with that price. That's about the price that I want to stick in for a Larceny Barrel Proof. I was in a store recently and they had another release of Larceny. I think it was the second release of 22, and they wanted $90 for it. I passed. So let's get into the Elijah Craig. This is, by the way, also a 22 release. This is B522. So this is the second release in 22 for the Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. This one, the A122, was the first release of the year. 121 proof right on the dot. And this one is not a wheater, as I said. So we've got 78% corn. Um, what do we have? 12% on the malted barley, actually, and only 10% rye. Wanted to get that right, so I was checking my notes. So this is an extremely low rye mash bill. So typically we shouldn't be getting massive spice off of it. Honestly, the I'm having trouble picking up much from the nose on the Elijah Craig, whereas this was very sweet, maple syrup, pancake maple syrup. I don't know. For some reason, I'm having a hard time pulling aromas from this B522. Let's get into the taste a little bit. Very different. Um, this one has the Elijah Craig, maybe a little bit of a peanut funk, um, more spicy, which I wasn't expecting because like I said, the rye content on this is very low. Kind of the same rye content as like a Jack Daniels, which is very low. Again, still not picking up much on the aromas, which is a little disappointing. A lot of oak, typical though of Elijah Craig. If you've tasted a lot of Elijah Craig's, their oak presence is much more forward. So you're going to get a very oaky bourbon. This, by the way, is 12 years aged. So that's not surprising. Here we're looking at 6 to 8 on the age, although this is really not age stated. This actually has a 12-year age statement on it. And I think that that additional age is showing up in a lot of oak. To me, this is good. Slightly bitter, oaky, whereas this to me is a really pleasing, sweet pancake syrup experience. So if I was if I was to choose between these two, today at least, you know, your palate changes every day. That's the thing. What you like today you may not like tomorrow, and what tasted good today may not taste as good tomorrow. But I've had a couple of sips off the Larceny barrel proof, and it's very consistent. I am really enjoying the Larceny A122. The Elijah Craig B522 is good, but to me, it's not really, really good. I'm enjoying the Larceny Barrel Proof a little bit more, which is surprising. I thought I would like the Elijah Craig a little bit more. 12-year age statement. I thought it'd be a more complex bourbon, but to me, I'm actually enjoying the experience and the sip on the Larceny Barrel Proof more. I'm gonna finish these off. Go for the last sip of the Larceny Barrel Proof. Yeah, I prefer the Larceny Barrel Proof. Finish off my last little sip here of the Elijah Craig. It's good. It's good. But I lean a little bit more towards this version of the Larceny Barrel Proof. So to sum this all up, listen, you know, the Elijah Craig and Larceny Barrel Proofs, you're going to get 3 releases a year. They're all gonna they're all gonna be different. If you go out on YouTube and listen to a lot of the whiskey connoisseurs out there, they're these releases vary from batch to batch. I would say the Larceny Barrel Proof in general has gotten the most mixed reviews. Some people like them, but some of the versions have been misses in a lot of people's eyes. Whereas the Elijah Craig barrel proofs with the 12-year age statement have probably been more consistently loved out there in the marketplace. But this comparison, to me, that's the winner, the Larceny A122. So I think my next video, I'm going to compare the Larceny A122 to a Jack Daniel's single barrel proof and see how that fares there. So that's it for today. Go out and enjoy yourself some Larceny barrel proof or Elijah Craig. Both are very good bourbons. For this one, it just hit my palate because I'm a huge pancake guy, as you can tell. I love pancakes and maple syrup, and to me, that had that kind of pancake maple syrupy feeling to it, and so that's what won it over for me. All right, guys, take care. Please like and subscribe. Join the Guitars, Whiskey, and Golf community, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.